Court is now in session.
Hey.
That hurt me knuckles a little bit, but
It had a nice ring to it.
It still sounds like a glass with a spoon in it to me.
it's a glass on a marble coaster.
Ah,
Ah,
classic.
fair
We're
enough.
doing something a bit different today, aren't we, guys? A bit different.
Ah,
We are. We're recording for YouTube. Woo-woo!
Yeah,
We
gotta
made it.
make that money.
Smash that bell, subscribe.
Yeah,
Stingy will need some more cash.
that's right.
make sure you turn on the notifications on YouTube so you don't miss any videos.
Yeah, that's
Hit the
right.
bell.
Hit that
But-
bell.
Isolation's bringing us into the 21st century. How are you guys dealing with the isolation?
I'm doing
Look, I
great.
think- yeah. I'm actually
Yeah.
feel like I've been stuck to this chair for like 24 hours straight. It's a bit sweaty and gross.
Mm.
What sounds are going to make when you stand up?
Yeah. I stink so bad. It's my wife won't come close to me.
No,
Mine's
I've
not
been-
been too bad, to be totally honest. I've been still going into the office, been just kind of living life normally at this stage.
Yeah,
So,
well, you.
Well done.
yeah, we actually had a family dinner last night. And we weren't sure whether to go ahead with it or not, so we rang Queensland Police to see if it was okay, and they said it was. So we went ahead with it.
Awesome.
Nice,
That's
look
so
at
good.
So
that. Citizen Will.
that's correct for once in my life.
That's
Got to follow
really
those
good.
rules.
Although I do have one isolation story, one really quick one. I was sitting at
Yeah.
my computer the other night, just having a quick, video chat with my leaders, and I'm sitting out looking at the other apartments near my building, and this lady starts walking out from her bedroom to go and sit on the couch without a shirt on or a bra on, just walking straight out. And I'm like, guys, I'm so sorry, but there is a middle-aged lady just walking naked from her bedroom to the couch. So isolation does have some negatives at the same time. You get to see some things you don't really want to see.
Does that usually happen?
We've seen a few nude people from time to time, but it's worse at the moment. There's more people home more of the time. It's high
More
risk.
nudity.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, man.
that's not fun.
No, it's not fun. It's not.
Close your blinds, people.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's a good,
Yeah.
that's a
Turn
great
your lights
recommend
off.
for today. Yeah.
But hey, guys, before we go on to our first Joey caller, I did want to make an announcement. We do have our first ever top fan on
Yes.
Facebook. So what I will call our top Joey. So,
Drum
yeah,
There
drum
we
roll
go.
for our first ever top Joey. Come on. Our first ever Christine Wood. From
Yes.
Christine.
Yeah, Kristen!
Congratulations. You now have a special badge on our Facebook page that says top fan. So anytime you comment, everyone will know that you are the top Joey. So congratulations to you. And Christine also gave us a shout out on her blog, Living with Margins, which we'll put a link in and maybe even mention on our Facebook page, just proving again why she's our top Joey. So Christine, well done.
I think she even mentioned that we are good for her health. I think that was
Good.
one of the quotes. I think so. Yeah.
Mental health or whole body health? Because she's laughing so much.
Mental health. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Well,
Our recommends are good for whole body health. Thank you very much.
true.
True.
Get on that sleep app.
But yeah, go
So, yeah.
check out her blog, Living with
Yeah.
Margins, and then come back to us afterwards through her recommends.
Follow
But I
her.
reckon, is there something we could do to make being a top fan more prestigious?
Well, I reckon we could even just get like a little like you know how you can get those little Australian kangaroo souvenirs from like those souvenir shops. We just need to those, and then we send it to them. We get in touch. We go, hey, we'd love to send you a Top Joey award. We write them a little note, and then we
Wow.
send it to them, and they get a little like Joey with a note from the kangaroo court.
That's
dedication.
great. I
Sounds
was
like a
more just thinking like a
participation
nice
award there,
message
then.
or something.
You were just thinking of a nice message. Yeah, cool. I go
Ben's
above
in-
and beyond for our Joeys, though.
You're in charge of recruitment and procurement for that particular item, Ben.
All right, fine. I'll put it in my to-do list. I'll do a bulk order of 100 mini kangaroo Australian souvenirs.
Mate, that
Right.
won't be enough. Now we're on YouTube. That won't be anywhere near enough.
I know, but it'll be enough to get us started.
Well,
Love-
congratulations, Christine, on being our first top Joey. We love having up there. First top Joey is a Jill. Hey, I've got a recommendation that maybe we try and get our next caller to be our first top Joey. That's a Jack, because this is a second-time caller this week, and we're going high tech. We're going high tech, so I'm going to play it straight through from my phone. And just so people are aware, you can go to our show notes and click on the Anchor app, download Anchor, and send us voice messages as well, and we'll feature you on the podcast or the vodcast video. Vodcast. Is this a vodcast now that we're recording it? We can feature you on the vodcast as well. But hey, send us a video. Maybe we can feature you as a video.
Oh, look, yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, I love that idea.
That's awesome.
But here's our first, second time caller.
Hey fellas, Nelson here. Second time listener and second time caller. It's a good time. Just standing out here with my bag of rubbish and just contemplating whether or not if it's cool if I did this. So my bin is empty. It's clean. It's just been taken by the thankless garbage guys. Thank you very much. And just noticing there is a skip 2 houses down. Thinking about taking a trip down to the neighbours to relieve myself of this rubbish. Looking pretty full, so I figure it's going to be taken at any moment. Thought, wondering what you guys think. Thanks, guys.
Oh.
Brad, you look
Nelson?
like you got a strong opinion.
The lawful part of my soul goes, don't do it. Just don't do it. It's not your bin.
Is it a law? Is it a law, Brad?
Illegal,
I don't
is
think
it?
it is a law.
Wow. There's the law, then there's the spirit of the law. Don't be a dog.
Don't be a dog.
Be a kangaroo.
Boys,
Be
eh?
a roo instead. A law-abiding kangaroo. Look,
A
I
court-abiding kangaroo.
yeah, it's true. Look, I don't. If your bin's empty, why are you going to chuck it in someone else's bin?
Because it might be something that smells really bad and you wouldn't want that in your bin all week. So
But-
I would take the trip to the neighbour's skip to get rid of something that would make my bin disgusting.
Here's a question for you, Brad.
Yeah,
I
right.
picture you and Mercy. You're at home. You're both working from home. I know that's not happening because she's a nurse. Thank you to all our nurses doing a great
Yes.
job. But say you're both working at home. You
Mm.
being you, your desk is completely tidy.
It
There's
is.
nothing out of place. There's nothing wrong with it. Say Mercy had a desk, and I know Mercy pretty well. I'm going to say it's not going to be as tidy as your desk.
Probably a fair
Are we-
assumption.
Okay, and then there's a book, but this is a shared book,
Mm.
so it could go on either desk. Are you going to put it on your desk and mess up your desk, or is it going on Mercy's desk where she won't notice?
Oh. This is entrapment. This is not fair. If I'm honest, I would slip it underneath something on Mercy's desk. Or I would try and find its proper home if there was an actual place for it to go. But that's not messing up my desk. So maybe you've got me on that.
But
Yeah,
you feel
cool.
guilty.
I'd feel terribly guilty. Like there's even times when you're walking past, like you pick up rubbish or something from the street, or you finish like a cheeseburger while you're walking up the street, and I chuck it in someone else's bin. I double take on that. I go, should I chuck this in someone else's bin? Are they going to notice? How bad is that? I'm never guilt free from that. It's not your bin.
You're never guilt free.
Well, at times I'm guilt free.
What if the bin's open?
Oh,
Look,
I think
I would still do it, but I would always think twice about it.
Okay.
That's because I don't have my bin there. Nelson has got his own clean, freshly emptied bin.
Yeah.
And why would you want to mess that up?
Because it's a bin.
Yeah, that's what it's meant to be doing. It's meant to receive all of your rubbish.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Anyway, that's lawful Brad done. What does everyone else think?
Go, Will.
I'm
You're
going to go with I would take the walk up the street and I would put my rubbish in my neighbour's skip bin. Particularly if it's something that's going to stink real bad. Like my dogs enjoy killing possums, and if it's my bin's just been emptied, which means it's a week until it gets emptied again, that possum is going in the skip bin up the road. It is not going in my bin.
And it sounds like the skip's going to be emptied soon anyway.
It
So-
does. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
but-
thanks, neighbours, for destroying something that requires a skip because I'm putting my rubbish in it.
Oh man.
Will.
Here's my rule. I would, if it's in the neighbour's front yard near the road, if I can put it in there without really going onto their property, I think I'm okay with putting it in there. If it's well within the confines of their boundary, or even in their backyard or something like that, I'm not even going to think twice about it. Obviously,
I'm glad.
No, just Bradley it over the roof, James.
you could throw it over the fence or something like that easily.
Oik.
But I reckon if it's, I wouldn't be putting big stuff in there. If it's small, if you can hide it, and it's not actually going to matter, then I think it's okay to throw it in the neighbour's skip. I'm not going to be going throwing like big rubbish, like I'm not going to be like hoisting big rubbish bags in there or anything like that.
Yep. No.
That's probably my ruling. Ben?
I agree. I 100% agree. The only thing that I think would be different is I had a period of time where my bins got stolen, and then it's just done out of necessity. Where else am I meant to put my rubbish bags? Like, I actually need to use someone else's bin. And if someone had an issue with it, you'd explain the situation. But otherwise, I'm with you. I think a couple of small items, bin or skip. But otherwise, you got your own big rubbish bin precisely for the reason to put your rubbish in it. Unlike
It's a-
ruthless Will, who's just like, I'll just chuck my rubbish wherever the hell I want,
I'll
apparently.
chuck my dead possum in your bin.
It's not in their bin, it's in their skip. I wouldn't put it in somebody else's public bin, but if it's a skip where I can just hide it, I'm going to get rid of it.
If your bin was chock-a-block full and you had a dead possum, where would you chuck it?
Depends how early in the week it is, to be totally honest. Like, if it's the night before midnight and the bins are out, I'm going to walk over the road to the neighbour's bin and chuck it in their bin.
Yeah, okay.
Why not yours? It's going to get picked up the next day.
No, the
Well,
season's
mine's-
full.
He said my bin's full, so if my bin's full and I can't fit it in, then it's going over the road.
What if you got 4 days left?
I'd
Freak that.
probably be inclined to hide it somewhere until closer to bin day and then assess there.
Forget about it. I've actually got an amendment already to my
Okay.
ruling, to be honest.
Okay.
My amendment is I'm going to put it wherever's convenient. Like, I'm not walking up 2 houses to throw a milk bottle in the skip. I was going to throw that in my own bin.
Yeah, fair call.
If I'm over by the skip, I'll put whatever I've got in my hand in the skip. No matter, like, if it is a big garbage bag, I'll put it in the skip. I'm doubting that's going to be the case.
Yeah.
Because I'm not walking around with rubbish generally. I'm going to do whatever's convenient. If I'm walking past a skip, I put the rubbish in the skip. If I'm walking past someone else's bin on the way home and I'm a substantial way from my house, I'm putting it in their bin. But most of the
Cool.
time, my bin's the most convenient, so why change that? So Nelson, it sounds like you did the wrong thing.
I'd be curious to find out what Nelson actually does do from here. What he did do.
Well,
It
I-
sounds like you threw it in the skip.
Yeah, I reckon he threw it in the skip too. I reckon he was seeking the court's justification for his impending actions.
I think he talked about what he had done when he called as well. So I think he's done it.
I'd like to hear from Nelson. I reckon give us a yell, Nelson, on our pipes or our channels, and get in touch with us
Yeah.
and let us know what you did because I'm curious.
Send us a video.
Ooh.
Nelson.
That too.
Yeah.
I like that.
Cool.
Right. Well, I think it's agreed. What's
Thanks,
convenient?
Phil.
Don't throw a full bag in someone else's bin, though.
Yeah, that's a dog move.
Unless you will, and you'll just throw a dead possum wherever the hell you want.
Well, it's only a possum. It's not a full bag. It's only going to take up like this much space.
Well, okay.
Convenient.
I love that we've split the note sauce in the cupboard, people. We've split the
Yeah.
sauce in the cupboard.
Yeah, we split them up. Well,
What's
I'm glad
Ben?
we got there. I do think we need to make Nelson potentially an honorary top Joey, because that is his second caller. So I'm with James. I think we could give him a top caller award there. But next topic, James wanted to talk about birthday parties.
I did want to talk about birthday parties
About-
because they're dumb.
They're
dumb. I was listening to a fellow comedian, a fellow podcaster recently. He's a bit more famous than us, but I mean we're in that boat now, right, boys?
Yeah.
We're comedians. We're podcasters now. We can claim that.
We're
I was listening to him, and he was. What was that, Benny?
We're vodcasters.
Yeah.
Vodcasters. Wow. Anyway, I was listening to him, and he was saying that he got invited to a 42nd birthday party recently, and he was going on a bit of a rant of why that's stupid and why he's not going to go to a 42nd birthday party. And you know what? I think I entirely agree with him, and I think that birthday parties are not warranted past a certain age. And I'd like us to discuss what that certain age is in just a minute. But for me personally, I don't like birthday parties at all. The only party I've had really is an 18th birthday party, which I didn't even organize. I didn't do a 21st or any of those 25th, like quarter of a century birthday party. I don't like doing it. I don't like celebrating it. I don't really do dinners that like birthday dinners or anything like that. But boys, what are our thoughts? What are the thoughts on where the line is to draw birthday parties, and how do we move forward to that? And how do we make this decision final and start ruling it in the people we know?
Awesome. Yeah. Look, I've got a really clear ruling off the top of my head that just resonates right in here. Is after your 21st, you only get to celebrate your birthday on your big zero birthdays, like your 30th, 40th, 50th, 60th, etc. That's kind of where I reckon it has to sit. Because otherwise, just hang out with your mates and have friends over, have dinner, whatever instead, rather than make it a birthday party.
I like that distinction. To clarify though, Brad, what to you are the key elements that qualify a birthday party?
It would have to be you get given cake and you get given presents. And probably get sung happy birthday too. Yeah.
And song. Okay.
The big three. Any of those three are constitute a birthday party.
See, here's where I would agree with you, but I want to ask you another question for the court. If you organise a birthday dinner, say you just get a couple of mates, you head into the city, you're at a restaurant, you're just enjoying your time together, there's no cake, there's no presents, but then one punk says, let's sing happy birthday, and they just start getting everyone to sing happy birthday for you, has it now fallen into the birthday party category?
That's your fault for inviting the punk.
Yeah, that's on you.
That's a birthday party, Ben.
I got to think about who are the potential people that may start a riot and sing me happy birthday at my own birthday party.
A malicious party.
Yeah.
Someone who will
Put my hand up right now and say I would do that just to annoy you, Ben. To be totally honest.
Well, I've got a list of people I'm going to invite to my party, and I'm crossing you off it.
Well, it's not a party, Ben. You just called it a party.
Oh my gosh! See, you've got me all befuddled.
You've rattled him, Will. You've rattled him.
See, my issue is I don't even
I want
think
to see this.
30.
We got video now. Look at this. Bill, you crossed off my birthday dinner.
Did you see how far down the page you were on that list, Will?
Yeah.
That's a bit unfortunate.
But like the reason I would do it in the situation Ben described is because it's like in the city and it's the height. Like clearly Ben would not enjoy it, so it would really be fun. But like if we were just chilling out at somebody's house, I'm not going to go to the trouble of doing it like that because it's far less embarrassing. But I know as the person that's been sung happy birthday to in a restaurant when everybody joins in, it's the last position you want to be in. So I would just help people experience the same joy I got to experience.
If you're being partied, maliciously partied, what you've got to do is you've got to join in on the song so no one knows that they're singing it to you.
Oh, that's
You've got to join just as loud. You got to do the hip hip.
yeah.
Nah, because you're getting a piece of cake. Like if you teed up with the restaurant properly, you're getting something to signify that it's your birthday.
I've never had that happen before.
That's
No?
what happens.
No, the
Actually,
restaurant I did it.
the only time I think this works is I remember one time it wasn't an actual birthday party, but me and a group of people got together and we knew this restaurant would bring out like a fairly decent size like cake thing for people's birthdays. So we went there and we had mains and then we thought, let's do dessert. And we told them it was someone's birthday, sang them happy birthday so we could get the free dessert.
Awesome.
Yeah. My
I
thing
think-
is, I'm not even gonna. I don't think I'll even have a 30th birthday party. I personally don't like them. I have a couple of people who are friends that like birthday parties and have their birthdays in the same week as me. So if they do birthday dinners, I kind of go along and silently claim it as my own birthday dinner to myself. But I'm not going to put that way. I don't have to organize anything. I still get to celebrate by myself that week, and it's all good. I just don't like it being about me, I think, which is really vastly different to the rest of my life.
Do you reckon it's because you just don't feel justified in the celebration? It's like, all I did was not die for a year.
Yeah,
Why are
I've
you
just
celebrating that?
existed.
You didn't achieve anything. There's no point
All
for
I've done
celebration.
is existed. I've only existed an extra year. It's a lame
Yeah.
reason for a celebration.
I
Yeah.
feel a bit the same.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But I do have one thing though. Like if I'm having a dinner, I'm getting cake because I love cake. And so to say cake makes it a party is just criminal.
Well, it sounds
Cake
like
makes it funny.
it definitely makes it a party, but I think it sounds like you're just willing to pay the price of a party so you can have cake.
For sure. There is nothing better than a caramel cheesecake from the Cheesecake Shop for your birthday. It's the one time of year it comes out.
to be fair,
Dude,
I
you're an adult.
respect
Buy
that.
your own.
I
Just whenever
do-
you want, you can go and buy one.
They're too
Actually,
expensive. They're like $40 for a cheesecake. So if someone's going to fund it for me, I'm going to make good use of it.
So what I'm hearing is he's happy to have a birthday party for himself and anyone else if it means cake, which I actually respect that. Cake's pretty good, but I wouldn't want it for my own birthday party, for a birthday party.
Yeah, that's funny.
Also, there's so many better desserts than cake.
Oh,
I guess that
Careful.
that kind of determines
No.
what cake is.
I agree.
But for me, I'm choosing a vanilla slice over a cake any day, or a pavlova. Pavlova's not a cake? Is a
I'll say-
cheesecake even a cake? I guess so. It's cylindrical. It's a round shape.
It's cylindrical.
But so's a
So's
pav.
Yeah. Yeah, wow.
oh well, interesting time.
Yeah.
We should get
Anyway, we better do
recommends.
recommends, hey?
Yeah. So what did we agree? It was like 21st, and then we kind of think it's like every on your zeros are kind of the ones you should really be celebrating.
Yeah.
And it counts as a birthday if there's cake, presents, or the song. As soon as that happens, it's a party.
Yeah.
That's it.
Agreed. Cool. Consensus.
All right.
Okay.
That is the
I
rule of the
recommend
call.
to start us off tonight.
What is that, mate?
I got to recommend to start us off.
All right.
My recommend for everybody, I'm going to look into the camera when I say this, but my recommend for everybody, I would recommend everyone to stop sending me memes of 20-year-old people starting a podcast. I'm sick of these memes finding their way in my inbox. I understand the irony. We started our podcast before COVID-19, and so we are cool. So I'd recommend people stop sending me these memes about people not starting podcasts during COVID-19. This is our 7th, 8th, or 9th episode. We're well into it. Thank you and good night.
Wow.
Well
Standing-
said.
Standing
Well
ovation.
Well said.
So, yeah.
Well,
Yep. It's good.
My recommend is going to be learn to follow recipes to the letter.
What's the story
That is
behind
something
this?
I've been doing recently, and it has worked so well in my favor. There is a reason they tell you to do these things in a specific order with specific measurements for specific times because it's delicious. So
Of
don't
course
try
there
to
is, Will.
free will it. Follow the instructions.
Did you
We should
say
do an
free will
episode
instead of
called
free
Free
will?
Will. We need to do an episode called Free Will.
That's a cooking episode, free willing it.
Oh, we can totally do a cooking episode now that we're doing it all on video.
Yes.
Oh man,
Oh
Well,
my
yes.
god.
you're dead set right, Will. Oh.
That's why they give you recipes.
That's right. But I know so many people that go, stuff this. Like, I'll just put it on whatever temperature I want, cook it for however long I want. I go, no, they've gone to the trouble of telling you how to make it perfect. So why would you bother trying to do anything different?
Yeah, cool.
You know what, Will? This should have been your rant.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't had a rant now, have I?
We ended up just for listeners at home, we ended up canning Will's last rant because it was just abysmal.
It was shocking. But
There was no other reason
rival
that we
time.
cancelled it.
Uber will not get away with stealing my money anymore.
It didn't rival Brad's. It wasn't even close. Brad knocked it out of the park in comparison.
Sorry, Will.
All right, Brad, what's your recommend?
My recommend is get Amazon Prime and watch the Test documentary series on there. It is world class. I love my cricket, and it's a really good story about cricket that's happened over the last kind of 2 summers for Australia. But from a leadership perspective, it's interesting watching Justin Langer lead the Australian team. So that's my big recommend for the week. Get Amazon Prime. You're stuck at home anyway. Splurge out the money to get Amazon Prime.
Love it.
Mm.
My recommend. Oh, go.
Was Prime a recommendation last week from Will?
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And it's
So
That's
fine.
okay.
I recommend.
Well, 2 of us
Maybe we'll get a sponsor.
Yoo, come on, Amazon.
Come on,
on
Amazon.
the download. Let's try and get them to do that.
My recommend is push-up bars. They're amazing. They're so good because normal push-ups hurt my wrists, and these you get to like hold them in a better position so your wrists are like nice and straight rather than bent, and it just makes the world of a difference. And you get better range of motion. So buy yourself some push-up bars. They're like $8. I know you love doing push-ups, James, so you should definitely get yourself a pair.
Mate, I've got a,
Especially when he's tagged in a meme to do 10 push-ups. He's all over it.
mate,
really-
you didn't do them. I have a
Pushed
weight
up 10
bench.
times.
I literally have a weight bench next to me, and the bar is just being used to hold umbrellas.
Amazing.
All right, I think that's it for tonight.
I do think that's it, but I think also at the end of this that Will and James should do like a 10 push-up off, see who can do 10 push-ups the quickest, and then we'll put it up. Yeah, I think so. You boys are
can't
both
even-
making the challenge. so do
We
it.
can make that a separate segment. We might even call it Boxing Kangaroos and put it up on our Facebook.
Oh, sounds like Will's thought about this before. Looks like we're doing it.
I'll watch out, James.
All right, send me through your video, Will, and I'll put them together and make a mashup.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. Well,
All right.
that's everything. So, Will, you want to close us off?
Court adjourned. Cheers.